What is up, guys? Fódlan here. Welcome back to some more Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. Last time we did the other paralogue, the paralogue of the timeline we are staying in, where we don't recruit Byleth, and it was the New Game Plus specific Arval paralogue. It wasn't great. It had some cool things involved. Also, you guys let me know that it's never explicitly stated, but like the blonde hair is more so comes from an art book where it's assumed that it's to help hide their identities, so that's why they were blonde. But anyway, we're moving on. We're getting chapter 13 done. Of course, another chapter means another block of supports, but before we do what's here, we're gonna jump to the other timeline real quick to do Rodrigue things, since he is dead in this timeline. So let's do that. This is also something involving Rodrigue, that if he's alive, this pops up apparently. So this is one of the only things I will probably actually read as far as lore pickups. But old letter. Dear father and mother, it's been 4 months since my last letter. The days show no sign of warming, but I hope you are keeping well. The instructors here are really putting us through our paces, and His Highness is a demanding training partner, to say the least. Still, I'm managing to enjoy myself. I'm writing to let you know I've been asked to join the Dusker trip planned for the Horsebow Moon. I know Father was rather concerned about such a possibility last we met, but hardly trained enough, so in the worst case scenario, I could be his human shield. Now, when I joked about such a thing, His Highness said he didn't find that funny. Maybe in a break between discussions in Dusker, I could get planned to return to the castle. I want to see how far Felix with my own eyes. Tell him not to neglect for me, will you? If he ever hopes to best me, let alone His Highness, he'll have to start training by dragging boulders up a mountain. P.S. The other day, I received a very nice dagger from... Sent it to Galatea with a letter. If she ever comes to Fraldarius, let her know how much I miss Govin Fraldarius. 2 ends from Glenn. Someone's letter home to their family. The writing is smeared in places, making it hard to read. That's kind of nice. All right. And in the timeline where he dies, he's over there. He gets nothing. You don't get that letter, apparently. Oh, no, that is not the case about the letter. I am looking at it right now from the other timeline as well. So, but they are talking over here. This is where Rodrigue was in the other, and they're just saying general things.
Greetings.
You're more reticent than usual. So while he's alive, we're probably kicking the support block off with these 3 Rodrigue supports before we jump back into his the timeline where he is dead. So let's get it going with Shez and Rodrigue.
Hey, Rodrigue. Looking for something specific?
I am. It's a book called Keyhole's General Treatise on Mercenaries. I was hoping to brush up a bit.
Sounds familiar. Pretty sure I skimmed through it back at the academy. Are you gonna use it for the next campaign or something?
Well, perhaps.
Rodrigue, is everything okay? You're not really the kind of guy to skirt around answers like that.
If I may, do you remember when we faced Gerald and his mercenaries in battle?
Yes. We
How could
just
I
did
forget?
this.
Things got pretty intense out there.
Indeed they did. And that battle is the reason they opted to join our cause. One mistake is all it would have taken for us to suffer a crushing defeat. Thankfully, we managed to seize the initiative ourselves and emerge victorious. Had we not, our main camp would surely have fallen. I expect I too would have lost my life in the fray.
I mean, our main camp definitely wouldn't have fallen, but yeah, you definitely would have died, because you did.
Yeah, it felt like there was danger lurking around every corner. almost like I was walking on thin ice. Never sure when it was gonna crack beneath me.
It frustrated me to no end, both as a warrior and a commander. To see such foresight, such clever strategies emerging from the other side. Without the wisdom of our predecessors, I would never have been able to assess the situation. Hence why I again find myself here seeking knowledge.
You never failed to impress me, Rodrigue. All those years of experience, and you still have the drive to sit down and study tactics in your time off.
I merely despise the idea of defeat, nothing more. I lack the cunning of the Margrave, and unlike Lambert, I lack the overwhelming courage necessary to turn the tide of battle on my own. Which is why I must learn as many strategies as I can. It's the only way I can prevail over those both wiser and braver than I.
You know, you've said before that you and Felix don't have a whole lot in common, but I'm not so sure that's true. Neither of you miss a single chance to improve yourselves. Guess the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. That goes for Dimitri, Sylvain, and yeah, even Felix. As for you, Rodrigue, I think all that hard-earned knowledge is exactly what makes you the incredible commander you are.
I'll spare you the humility and just accept the compliment. Thank you.
I bet you could even beat the Margrave or the former king if you took him on now.
I wouldn't be so sure. Both of them were far beyond my reach in their prime. And the Margrave aside, I could never hope to meet Lambert as equals. I'd struggle for an eternity without ever growing close to his might.
I guess you can't exactly catch up to someone when they're gone.
Perhaps not. But that's exactly why we must continue learning. To never stop reaching for those who seem beyond our grasp.
Gotcha. And I'm just gonna have to follow in your footsteps. I'll catch up to you before you know it, Rodrigue. Just don't go dying on me before I get the chance.
Ooh,
Is that so? Then I suppose I'll have to work even harder to give you a proper challenge.
Oh, yeah. You were looking for Keyhole's treatise, right? Let me go ask if anyone knows where it is.
Oh, will I really make it home next winter?
okay. I like that. We're gonna do Felix last, so Rodrigue and Dimitri.
Do you have a moment, Rodrigue? There's something I'd like to ask you.
Anything for you, Your Majesty. What is it?
I want to hear your side of the story.
Of which story exactly?
How did you feel when you learned of my father's death? I've struggled to ask this before, but I want to know.
So that's what you mean. Honestly, I had a difficult time believing it at first.
This is an interesting music choice for this topic.
But as moons passed, I gradually grew to accept the reality of it. And of course, I recalled the promise I'd made him, and vowed to myself that I would carry it out.
I wonder then, had I died alongside my father in Glen and Dusker, what would you have done? You know, a fleeting thought flashes across my mind every time I see you reflect upon my father. It feels as though you aspired not just to stand beside him in life, but to meet death with him as well.
Don't overthink it, Your Majesty. I'm a pretty stubborn guy, you know. No, I didn't wish for my own death when Lambert passed. But sometimes I think that if I have to die to honor my promise to him, I would be satisfied with that.
I won't allow you to throw your life away, Rodrigue. I'll not have you stolen from me by that promise.
These A supports, I have a feeling all three of these A supports, had I had all the points to do so, would have been locked until this chapter, because all of them are just like, you won't die, Rodrigue. Is like, oh, about that.
Losing you would be almost like losing my father for a second time.
I mean, Rodrigue is the, you know, especially with three houses, Rodrigue, because you don't get to learn nearly enough about him. But it's just like, wow, you're a terrible, Felix's dad sucks. But he's like, oh, he's a good dad to everyone except Felix. But I mean, you know. And this just immediately makes me think of that.
If you were to die because of me, it would destroy me.
You may say that, but a subject lives by the example their king sets for them. And I know well enough that you don't value your life either. So if you'd like me to place more importance on my life, I urge you to do the same, Your Majesty.
You're right.
Like, you got him
I have
there.
no excuse.
No, I should apologize. That came out rather more harsh than I intended. You sounded so much like Lambert just now, I simply couldn't hold myself back. In truth, that's something I've wished I could have said to him for a long time now. Yet, you were the one who had to bear the brunt of it. I suppose I can hardly poke fun at Matthias for holding on to that sword all those years, can I?
I sounded like my father?
Indeed you did. Remember the story of the sword? About how I got stuck behind enemy lines like a fool? Well, the first thing Lambert said after he broke through their forces was, "Don't throw your life away like that." Not that it was too convincing coming from a guy covered in cuts and scrapes.
I can't imagine. It sounds as though you two were very close. I envy him for having such strong bonds with his friends.
Don't let my son catch you saying that. Pretty sure he'd take offense. Anyway, that's enough reminiscing for one day. How about you try squeezing some memories out of Matthias next time?
A fine idea. Perhaps I'll invite Sylvain and the others to join in as well.
Okay. Very interested to see. Like, I quite like that one too. I will say, having more context and more of the thoughts behind Rodrigue as a person, I don't necessarily, like, he may not have been a great father to Felix, but I don't necessarily think of him as a bad person for it. It's just shit happens. You know, you fuck up. But let's see.
Sit down, Felix.
Can we make this quick? I'm busy.
For once, would you please just... No, not today. The truth is, I think it's time we sat down and talked. Neither of us know which day could be our last, so we should both ensure there's no lingering regret when the time comes.
Well, this is off to a grim start. So, what is it you want to talk about?
I wanted to apologize for what I said about Glenn. It was ill put, and I'm sorry. I should never have said such a thing in your presence.
If you're going to explain yourself, I suppose I can make the time to hear you out.
Thank you. Then I will not mince words. I too was mortified by Glenn's death. Yet he perished a hero. He chose that life for himself, and he chose that death. He fought to protect the future of Fargus and his friend, until his dying breath. As his father, I felt I had to acknowledge that choice.
And how are you so sure it was his choice? Neither of us really knows what he was thinking. The boar might have an inkling, but all he goes on about is how he caused Glenn's death.
You're right. I don't know for certain. But I know what I would have done had I been there. And you, Felix? What would your choice have been? Would you have abandoned His Majesty to save yourself? Or would you have chosen to fight until death claimed you? I myself would have safeguarded His Majesty at all costs. I know that it wasn't in Glenn's nature to flee either.
It's always about courage or cowardice with you. I wouldn't have chosen anything. When your life's on the line, you don't have time to think about that stuff. Only act. I would have fought with my own will, in whatever way I thought best. And I would have made sure we both survived.
You always want to have it both ways. Still, I take pride in that determination of yours. Had I been there, I doubt I could have summoned the resolve to strive for such a victory. More likely, I would have been satisfied merely to die in the defense of my liege.
I can understand that way of thinking. In fact, I always have. But I still couldn't stomach Glenn's death being glorified.
And I'm sorry for that, Felix. Truly.
It's all right. And I'm glad we talked. Also, you said we shouldn't leave regrets behind, so... I'm sorry too. For hitting you back then, I mean. I'm sorry, Father.
You know, I'd almost forgotten about that. It hurt, too. More than any blow I've received in battle.
Oh, shut up. I said I was sorry. Now, if we're done here, I'm leaving.
Well, that was good. Again, kind of going back to the whole father thing. Like, there's time to make up for it, and it seems that's what they're trying and starting to do. But all right, that is Rodrigue. So time to move on to the other timeline where he's dead, and none of these nice conversations happen. And we're back, so let's get it going. Just continue on. Pick up with Shez and Dedue.
Did you, sir? We'd like to hear your opinion on the matter we discussed earlier.
Regarding Count Karen, as I discussed with Gustav.
Looks like things are finally changing, Dedue. They've really started warming up to you, huh?
They have. That soldier I was speaking to lost his mother in Duscar. She was a knight of the kingdom. Naturally, his feelings toward me were complicated. We argued many times.
You arguing? Can't imagine what that looks like.
I thought it better than just letting him hurl abuse at me. Such a reaction was surprising for me as well. But now we have fought together, worried together, faced death together. I have shown him what I'm capable of, and he has come to trust me in turn.
Nice. Sounds like you really earned his respect then. Congrats, Dedue.
Strange. Why are you so happy for me?
Explain.
Because we're friends. And friends are happy for each other when good stuff happens to them.
Yeah.
Anyway, now you've just got to keep it going and get even more people to trust you. Same goes for me. And Dimitri while we're at it.
You're right.
In the meantime, I'm gonna keep winning battles until I prove myself to you once and for all. So make sure you keep an eye on me out there, Dedue. Because I'm gonna be the most valuable fighter we've got. What? What's so funny?
Nothing. I look forward to your performance, but you already have my trust. No matter your origin or identity.
Really? You never know when I might betray you and turn my sword on Dimitri, though.
What? Why would you even say that?
Not to mention this weird power I have. Can you seriously say you trust me with that in mind?
Your power is concerning, but it does not define you. I'm sure you would not so easily betray His Majesty or myself, but know that if you do, I will cut you down without hesitation.
Hell yeah.
That's who I am. You must understand by now.
Weird way to tell me you trust me, but it's got Dedue written all over it. I'm honored.
Okay. There we go. We got a support with Ash.
It's been a while since we sent that letter, but we still haven't received a response.
Yeah. We know the village chief got it, though, and we know he read it. The soldier who delivered it confirmed as much.
But he never wrote back. I wonder why.
Hard to say. Maybe he just doesn't want to get involved. Or maybe he doesn't remember us. Part of me almost wonders if my mom didn't make him promise not to tell me anything. Not that I have any proof she'd do that.
Express your disappointment.
It's too bad, you know? We should probably assume we're never getting a response and just leave it at that. And we don't have any other leads either, so there's not much point holding out hope. I mean, yeah, I want to know more about my mom, but it's not the end of the world if I can't. You had to give up learning about your parents too, right?
I did, but...
No matter what kind of past my mom had, she'll always be my mom. And I'll always be me. I know that she put every bit of herself into raising me, and that's what matters. There's nothing more important than that in my book.
You're right. Whatever your parents did before they had you, and wherever they are now, they'll always be your parents.
Glad you understand. And hey, not knowing the truth lets me make up all sorts of stories about her in my head.
Oh, you mean like imagining she was actually a high-ranking noble, forced into obscurity?
not a bad idea, but not totally original either. I was thinking more along the lines of a legendary knight, known throughout every inch of Fódlan, or maybe a mysterious adventurer who came from somewhere far beyond its borders.
That would be incredible if it were true. And it would certainly explain why she was so knowledgeable.
This is how, like, Paul Bunyan and Chuck Norris happened, you know? I mean, Chuck Norris is literally still alive, but you know, like all the jokes and stuff. Paul Bunyan, I feel like, you know, he's a folklore. Surely he was a real person at some point. But now he's, you know, like, what? Like a giant with a blue ox who goes to the forest or whatever Paul Bunyan does. I don't know.
Still, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the end.
It's all good, Ash. Without you, I never would have spent all this time thinking about my mom and who she really was. So even though we came up empty-handed, I'd say the journey itself was entirely worth it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I should probably get going. Just remembered I've got a huge to-do list and not nearly enough time to do it. See ya!
Huh? I could have sworn I saw the commander here a moment ago.
Oh, you just missed them. I can take a message if you want, though.
In that case, please deliver this letter.
What do you mean it ends? This is one of those, so you saw the Rodrigue bit, so you saw the letter. Is there a letter? Is that letter somewhere? What? All right, whatever. I mean, I guess you could say the letter isn't important anymore because of, you know, the latter half of that support, and maybe it's best that there was no response, but like there physically is a letter, so what? All right, whatever. Shez and Sylvain.
Ugh, today's training was rough. Guess I need to start working even harder if I want to keep up.
You know, it's incredible just how into all this you are. But I do feel kind of bad for you.
Why? It's my own fault for not being up to snuff. Just you watch, Sylvain. I'm gonna stand head and shoulders above everyone else in the next battle.
Okay, but you already do.
That's not what I mean. I feel bad that we roped you into this war. The only reason any of us are fighting is to keep our homes from being destroyed. If we fail, we'll lose everything. Our houses, our families, the places we grew up. But you don't have that kind of personal stake in this thing. You can live wherever the wind takes you.
True. I am a bit of a nomad.
Isn't there anywhere you call home, though?
Well, sorta. I grew up in a remote village off in the mountains, so that's probably the closest thing. But it's hard to really say for sure. Honestly, I doubt I'll ever understand what it means to have a home like all of you do.
So what? Are you just in this for the money then?
I mean, pretty
if
much.
I'm getting paid for a job, then I'll do whatever it takes to see it through to the end. And of course, I want to keep my friends safe too.
A very you answer if I've ever heard one. Not that that's a bad thing.
Really, I think this is the closest thing to a home I've ever had. Because I've got all of you here.
Are you sure? This place doesn't make for quality living, trust me. I mean, it's cold, it's desolate, and there's nowhere to go to have any fun. Plus, we've constantly got enemies like Srang soldiers coming at us from every angle.
Well, I can't deny that. But it's still important to you anyway, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And it's our job to make it a place where everyone can live in peace.
Right. Who knows what'll happen after the war. But for now, I'm with you guys every step of the way.
I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, and about those plans for the fire orb I showed you? Would you mind helping me with a little experiment later? The thing hardly had any punch to it when I tested it.
Sure. Sounds like it's a long way off still, huh?
Hey, I'm trying here. I even got in touch with the School of Sorcery to see if they could help.
No rush, Sylvain. I'm sure you'll finish it one of these days. I've spent enough time with you to know. You can do anything when you put your mind to it.
Okay. That felt kind of just like, just happy nothingness. But, alright. Wait, there's more with Shez? Also, Jesus, how many supports do I have here? A support with Yuri.
Oh, Yuri, you're back? I thought you'd still be away.
Well, look who it is. I figured if I didn't come back before sunset, someone might get worried and ransack my room again.
Ask about this someone.
And who might this someone be, huh? You're never gonna let that go, are you?
Just joking, friend. No need to take everything so seriously. Anyway, it's late. Shouldn't you be getting some shut-eye?
Probably, but I just got my second wind. How was your mom, by the way?
Well, it's not looking good, that's for sure. But she's still got some fight in her yet. I'd planned on staying longer, but she told me to do what I had to do and sent me on my way. One minute she wants to see me, the next she's telling me to go home. Honestly, she's all over the place.
Reminds me of my mom. The one who raised me, anyway.
She passed away, didn't she? Judging by your expression, she must have been pretty special.
She was. More than I can say. She took me in when I'd been abandoned. Taught me how to live. We weren't blood-related, but she was my mom. No doubt about it.
I'm sure wherever she is now, she's very happy to hear you say that.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. It's been on my mind for a while now. About your real name. Your mom gave it to you, right? Where does it come from? I've never heard anything like it before.
Look up. No, a little more to the left. See that bright star over there?
Bright star. To the left? Which one? There are thousands of stars up there, and they're all bright.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you find it or not. Anyway, it's that star's ancient name, the white star that the goddess herself made into a disciple. My mother is a devout follower of Ceros. But I know it's a pretty ostentatious name for a penniless kid.
I don't think so. It just shows how much you mean to her.
Yeah. Well, I do like it. She gave it to me after all. I'm not sure how much of the scriptures she really understands, but knowing her, I'm certain she put a lot of consideration into my name.
Then doesn't it seem like kind of a waste not to use it? What with how much thought she put into it?
I've used many names, and each one comes with its own mask. But when I hear my real name, all those facades fall away. The only people who can call me that are those who are truly special to me. Immediate family, or someone just as important. Which means that if you're so intent on using my name, you better be willing to spend the rest of your life by my side.
The rest of my life, huh? Okay, I'll think about it.
The look on your face right now, it's priceless. Regardless, it does make me happy to hear that you like my name. And if you ever decide you're up for it, let me know, okay? I'll think it over too, just in case.
The real name thing, in 3 houses, I think? Hold on. Okay, I couldn't remember if his real name was ever actually said between this game or 3 houses. I actually found a thread that people are speculating it is most likely Regulus, because it's the brightest bright star seen in the Leo constellation. His birthday lines up there, so it adds up there. But I don't know if it was actually stated outright, but that seems to be what a lot of people assume it to be. All right. Anyway, there's still more under Shez. Oh my god, we're gonna be here for literally 3 hours. Flame.
So it's just no? Not under any circumstances?
It is not up for debate. This is for your own good, Flame.
Hey, you okay, Flame? Why the long face?
My brother has seen fit to forbid me from going out entirely.
That doesn't sound unusual for him. But as long as he doesn't know, What's the harm, right?
A fair point, but my brother truly is concerned for my safety. Perhaps...
It does seem like the church has enemies all over the place these days. So I don't know. I think I get where he's coming from.
As you know, my brother and I have lived in remote and secluded places for a very long time. All we had was each other. Then we went to Garrick Mach, and suddenly we were surrounded by all these people. I had hoped to make many friends and listen to their countless tales of all the places I hadn't been. But before I got to really know the people at the Officers' Academy...
Everything went all topsy-turvy, and the academy had to shut down.
Do you remember when we went into town together to look at... that was so much fun.
Look at the latest fashions, yeah.
I was looking forward to going shopping together again, but perhaps I should just let the whole thing go.
Oh, Flame.
Don't give up.
Don't give up so easily. We're just talking about a little outing here.
Even that would prove tremendously difficult for me. With the church thrown into such chaos, my brother is in a near constant state of agitation. I must not trouble him further by making him worry about me as well.
You're very kind to your brother, Flame. Just remember, it won't always be like this.
You think so?
Absolutely. Wars can't last forever, right? When this war ends and peace returns to Fódlan, taking a shopping trip will be no big deal.
If that is so, then would you be willing to go into town with me again when that day comes?
Of course. I'd be happy to keep you company. Or were you keeping me company? I forgot.
With that to look forward to, it should be no trouble to summon a little patience. It is times like this I am grateful you're not a man.
So what would this situation be like? Or this support? I wonder that with the first part. Because she made that a similar comment. I was like, well, what is this like with male Shez?
What? Oh, you mean because of Sedith?
Yes. I'm not sure my brother will permit me to go anywhere with a man, even when the war is over.
He'll never get to know any men if he doesn't. Are you okay with that?
No, but if I do it anyway and he finds out, I'm sure it would be, as I've said, utterly disastrous.
We'll help.
I'll just have to help you sneak out, won't I?
Oh my, would you really do that? I should have known you would be so bold.
All right, I like that. Is there any more with Flame? No, there is one with Seteth though. Seteth and Yuri A.
I really thought that was it for me. I can't believe I fell for that trap behind enemy lines.
It was certainly an uncharacteristic blunder. However, you have returned safely, with your life intact.
I can hardly believe it. Part of me keeps wondering if I'm really still alive. I've had my share of brushes with death, but that was definitely the second worst.
Oh? What was the first?
An illness swept through my village when I was really young. We didn't have access to a doctor, or the money to pay one.
Ah, the plague that ravaged Fargus. At the time, the entire kingdom was struggling mightily to contain it, or so I have heard. Its foul clutches claimed even the Queen of Fargus herself. It is incredible that you survived without the aid of a physician.
You're telling me? Honestly, if that old man hadn't saved me, I wouldn't be standing here now.
This old man you speak of, was he a doctor?
No, at least I don't think he was. Just some feeble old stranger my mother came across. He could barely even walk on his own. So we took him in, and made sure he was cared for, and I caught the plague. And of course, there was nothing my mother could do about that. That's when the old man saved me. I have no idea what kind of treatment or medicine he used to do it.
Is that so? And where is this elderly gentleman now?
Oh, he passed away a long time ago. I told you. This was back when I was a kid.
I see. Then it is as I thought. Your story reminded me of something, actually. One of the 10 elites was originally afflicted with a terminal disease. After receiving their crest, this individual made a full recovery, or so the story goes. Perhaps it is more fitting to call it a fairy tale.
I'm not sure I completely follow. Are you saying that old man saved my life by giving me the power of a crest?
I am simply saying the possibility exists. Alas, I cannot know for certain.
Hold up. It does actually kind of make sense when I think about it.
Yeah?
But if that's true, it would mean that old man was an apostle of the goddess or something. Which means I might live to be ridiculously old, just like the 10 elites, right?
Regrettably, that elderly gentleman has left this world, so none can confirm nor deny that. However, what is certain is that he saved your life. You should treat it with care, whether on the battlefield or elsewhere. After all, we have but one life to live.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks for the advice. I still have plenty of things I have to do before my time is up.
You would do well to head back and get some rest. My apologies for keeping you. You always cursed the blood that flowed through you. But in the end, it saved that child's life. It brings me great relief to know that you found salvation in your last moments. Oban, my friend. Be at peace.
I like the clarification and the explicit, like, yes, it is exactly what happened. Cool. All right. Well, we're down here. Shamir and who? And Balthus. Oh, all right.
Hey there, Shamir. What's a gal like you doing in a place like this?
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
Nothing in particular. Just had some time to kill. Thought it'd be nice to chat.
Shouldn't you be off sparring with Catherine?
That sounds nice and all, but I've had my eye on you for a while.
Plenty of us have, Balthus.
Try anything funny, and you'll regret it.
Whoa, take it easy, pal. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I was just thinking the two of us have got a lot in common, yeah?
Nothing comes to mind.
Hey now, let's not be too hasty. Take gambling, for instance. I happen to know you like a little game of chance, and I fancy a wager myself every now and again.
You can't call it gambling if all you do is lose.
Sure, I've probably lost more than I've made, but hey, that's part of the fun, right?
Keep telling yourself that.
What about booze? From what I understand, you're quite the drinker.
But unlike you, I can actually hold my liquor.
Hey, that was one time. Nobody drinks Balthus under the table. Not unless I've lost a bet.
You must lose often. I've seen you stumbling around here quite a bit.
All right, so gambling and booze are out. What about fighting?
Damn.
The battlefield is where we both come alive, yeah?
My fighting style is nothing like yours.
I can't argue with that. I like to get in real close and crack some skulls. Well, you prefer to pick off enemies from a safe distance. But even if our methods are different, the end result is the same. It's kill or be killed out there.
Huh. So you do see how we're different.
Give me some credit, will ya? I might not be the best drinker or gambler, but I am the desirable king of grappling. I can tell you're not looking for your fights to be a bloodbath, unlike yours truly.
Because I don't like dying. I prefer to be the one doing the killing. That's why I use a bow. The only one who bleeds is the enemy. Aren't you forgetting something? After gambling and booze, you're supposed to ask me about women. Though I doubt our tastes are similar.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean? Hey, Shamir! Where are you going?
I love that.
Huh. Wonder what that was about.
Okay. Moving on. Just bottom up, we got, okay, Ignatz and Sylvain.
Hey, Ignatz. How goes the research?
I've actually learned a fair number of things about your painting. Based on the canvas and pigments, I've managed to narrow down the era when it was made. I believe it to be from roughly 200 years ago, around the time the Officers' Academy was founded at the monastery.
Wow, I'm impressed you can nail it down that specifically. I knew you'd come through for me.
Well, the vivid blue pigment of her clothes is very distinctive. It's a rare kind of Almyran paint made from crushed gemstones, and it only came to Fódlan 2 centuries ago. after Almyra invaded.
Which means the painting can't be any older than that, yeah?
Exactly. Oh, and the material used for the canvas is... Well, if I went into every detail, we'd be here all day. What about you, Sylvain? Did you learn anything? I heard you were trying to track down some books in the capital.
Yeah, I read up on the saints. Turns out birds are definitely one of St. Macuel's things. But I also found a weird story about an archbishop from 2 centuries ago. I'm guessing her reign got cut short due to illness because I didn't recognize the name at all. Anyway, on the day she died, white birds apparently flocked to the monastery and started mourning.
If that took place 2 centuries ago, she might be the person in this painting.
Yeah, it all seems too connected to be a coincidence.
Still, her clothes seem rather plain for an archbishop of the time.
Yeah, I wonder why. They were usually into fancy robes and big hats and all that.
Maybe it's more of a symbolic representation than an actual portrait. It could be designed to show how she was humble and supportive of the poor and downtrodden. Or perhaps she just wanted to be represented without all the trappings of her office. Of course, I'm just guessing here. I have no actual proof of anything.
Hey, I'm spitballing too. I mean, I don't even know for sure that she was an archbishop. Still, is it just me or does she look a lot like Lady Rhea?
Well, yes, I suppose she does. But that has to be a coincidence, right? The position of archbishop isn't hereditary, and I doubt they could be related in any way.
Oh, yeah, definitely not related.
Yeah, you're right.
Uh-huh.
Probably just the overall ambiance that makes them seem similar.
Yeah.
Anyway, who knew I'd find something like this hiding in my house? Pretty crazy, huh? I'm really glad I showed you. Not knowing would have probably bugged me for the rest of my life otherwise.
No, thank you. I'm truly glad to have come across this piece, both because I got to know a stunning work of art and because I learned more about you in the process. You're much easier to talk to than I imagined, and quite a bit more interesting as well.
Glad we could clear up that little misunderstanding, because I'm all about making new friends.
I feel just the same.
Okay. That was a neat little support about paintings and whatnot. We got Raphael and Ash C.
Mess hall food is just the best!
You're really piling up the plates there, Raphael. You must have been extra hungry.
Yeah, I was just out exercising. Food always tastes best after a long workout.
You should tell the chefs how much you enjoyed it. I'm sure they'd be pleased.
Will do. You know, I opened an inn myself, and I've been doing the cooking there. Except, I've never gotten a compliment from a customer. Not even once.
So they didn't like it? I wonder why.
I guess it just didn't taste very good. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about cooking, so I had a pretty rough time in the kitchen.
In that case, why don't we work on it together? You may not have as many chances to cook here, but I bet we can still find opportunities to hone your skills. Believe me, one of the best feelings in the world is having someone tell you they enjoyed a meal you created.
Hold on. You're gonna train me? You're the best, Ash!
We'll get started right away. First, let's see you make something so I can get a feel for your skill level.
Well, how's it taste?
Well, it's not bad necessarily, but a huge pile of meat isn't really a meal. It's just meat.
Wait, you want something more than that? To each his own, I guess.
If you're going to focus on one ingredient, you have to work on your seasonings. This just tastes like a slab of bacon wrapped around a salt lick.
And what's the problem with that?
Also, try using some vegetables for a garnish, if nothing else. A little splash of color will make your dishes more appealing to the eye.
That's true enough.
Huh. I never thought about how food looked.
That's something my father always used to say. If flavor is king, appearance is the royal court. He's actually the one who taught me that adding some color with vegetables will make things taste better too.
Well, I guess I could jam a cucumber in there or something, if you think it'd help.
Yeah, just stab a big thing of meat with a cucumber.
You can't
Voila.
just jam things in without thinking about it, Raphael. You have to prepare them first, then arrange them in a way that's pleasing to the eye. Every ingredient requires careful preparation in order to bring out its true flavor.
Okay. I think I get it.
For example, try seasoning the meat with some herbs, then boil your vegetables to remove the bitterness. After that, fan them out on the platter and...
Wait, hang on. I boil the bitterness out of the herbs, then blare the season? But which season? Fall? Spring? Oh, this is way harder than just throwing a hunk of beef on a plate.
Deep breaths, Raphael. You can do this, and since this whole training thing was my idea, I promise to stick it out to the very end.
Thanks, Ash. With your help, I'm gonna make grub that'll have folks licking their plates.
Okay. We got Lawrence and Annette.
Ah, Annette, good day to you. I see you remain as sprightly and sweet as a newly bloomed flower.
Hi, Lawrence.
Oh boy.
Oh my. Have I done something to invite your displeasure?
You just kind of brought back a bad memory from a long time ago. Back at the School of Sorcery, there was this one time this noble guy made fun of me.
What manner of cur would dare do such a thing? If a noble ever presumes to mock your genius, point me in their direction so I might give them a taste of their own medicine.
Well, then pop the cork on that medicine bottle and take a nice big gulp.
Hold a moment. Are you implying that I am the one who mocked you?
I'm not implying it, I'm saying it. You made fun of me the first time we ever met.
Damn.
You were all like, I say, you there, this is no place for a child. Now run along to your parents before I summon the watch. We simply cannot abide a common scullery maid wandering these hallowed halls. Why, we'd be made a laughing stock.
Jesus.
You thought I was some lost kid, and you called me a scullery maid.
Yes, I do seem to vaguely recall the incident. Oh, so that scullery maid was you! That is, you were in fact no maid at all, but the noble niece of Baron Dominic. You have my sincerest apologies for the error. Pray forgive my impertinent tongue.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, it would be silly to keep hanging on to a grudge like that, right?
If we'd had but another chance to properly converse back then, I'm certain the matter would have been cleared up with some ease. But sadly, that day was both our first and last opportunity to meet.
Now that you mention it, I don't remember seeing you around after that.
Yes, because my father swiftly summoned me back to Alliance territory. After the king's death, the kingdom had become too unstable for me to remain there any longer.
Oh, right. That was right around the tragedy of Dusker.
My father worried that relations between the kingdom and Alliance might become strained. As such, I was forced to leave school mere days after my arrival.
Huh. Kind of funny how we keep ending up together like this.
Yes, it seems fate strives to keep us together, whether at the School of Sorcery, the Academy, or here. And I...
Me too.
Oh,
But if you ever call me a kid or a maid again, no amount of summoning the watch is gonna save you.
Look forward to seeing what the future holds. Okay.
I swear on my life, those words shall never cross my lips again. And by way of apology for my odious blunder, I hereby swear to come to your aid if ever you require it. Just say the word, and I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, will hurry to your side.
Okay. We've got Ingrid and Mercedes, eh?
If you fall, pick yourself back up. An enemy won't wait for you to regain your footing.
Yes, Lady Ingrid.
We've been at this for a while now. Let's take a break.
Hello, all. You seem to be doing fine work with your training today. I brought snacks, so please eat up and restore your energy.
Thank you, Lady Mercedes. I'll go tell the others at once.
That would be wonderful. Oh, and I baked plenty, so there's no need to rush. Dig in, Ingrid. We must remember to treat ourselves once in a while, after all.
Thank you. These are delicious! Of course, I should have expected no less from you. I have been struggling every day for a way to show these girls my appreciation, yet have come up with nothing. But then you waltz in here and pull it off in one fell swoop. Just look how happy you've made them.
You give me too much credit. Children love anyone who brings them sweets.
Still, they are nothing more than bundles of nerves around me. I'm sure they'd feel at ease if only I was as kind and considerate as you.
Oh, I think you're much more important to them than I. All I do is bring snacks on occasion. You take the time to train them every day without fail. I know the only reason you're so strict is so they're ready for what awaits them on the battlefield. Your lessons are their own form of kindness. I'm certain they recognize that.
You have more confidence than I do.
Then let me ask you a question. Do you hate your older brothers?
What? No, how could I? I mean, naturally, there were times where I resented how hard they were on me, but it was never hate. They were simply looking out for me. I'm proud to call them my brothers.
You see? There are many ways to be kind and considerate.
Huh. I think I understand what you're driving at now.
There's no need to force yourself to be someone you're not. Just be yourself. You're already one of the kindest people I know.
But I'm terrible at encouraging people the way you do.
I don't think that's true. But if it really concerns you, you could try acting more like me.
Say, that's actually not a bad idea. In that case, let me dish out the same treatment you gave me the other day. Prepare yourself, Mercedes. It's time for me to show my affection.
Goodness, where could this possibly be going?
What? And then it just ends? Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Sylvain and Dedue.
I'll figure something out, I promise. Just write to your father, okay?
I will.
Hey there, Dedue. Can I help you with something?
No, just passing by.
You sure? Looks like you really want to say something.
I was touched by your interaction with that woman.
What's that supposed to mean?
During our academy days, I often heard untoward rumors about you. You had a tendency to skip training and a certain reputation concerning women. You caused His Majesty all manner of headaches.
The dude who really just said, wow, I just saw you treat a woman with respect. That's crazy.
I can't deny that. But that's all in the past. I'm a lot more responsible these days, don't you think?
Don't expect praise for merely doing your job.
Yep, that too.
Right. Though I have been curious about what caused this change of heart.
Change of heart might be taking it a bit too far. It's just, I always see how Dimitri and Felix are out there doing all these amazing things. So I can't very well be goofing around when they're off making names for themselves. Call it a sibling rivalry.
Sibling rivalry?
They're like brothers to me, which is exactly why I don't want them looking down on me.
I see. I understand how you feel. I had a younger sister.
Had? Oh. Tell me about her. What was she like?
She loved flowers, and often made crowns out of them.
That's why he's so good at making the flower
When she
crowns.
set her mind to something, nothing in the world could change it.
Aw, she sounds sweet. And a little intimidating.
You cannot flirt with the dead, try as you might.
Whoa, hold on. I was just being honest. I'm sorry I never got the chance to meet her. I mean, if her protective older brother didn't kick me into next week first.
I may just have done so. Sylvain, you should visit Dusker after this war is over. My sister's grave is there. It's nothing special, but I would like to show it to you sometime.
I would love to, my friend. And I'll make sure to bring a giant bouquet of flowers with me.
She would like that very much.
Okay. Cute. And then finally, to wrap up this big old block, the Dimitri Felix A supports.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I swear I will avenge you. Please, just wait a little longer. I will uncover who drove you to your deaths, no matter the cost.
Dimitri.
Glenn. Oh, Felix.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's you. I'm sorry you had to see that.
I had a feeling we were gonna be ending on a rough note, emotionally. You know, I guess Maybe not the most upbeat note, I should say.
After 20 years, I've seen all of you there is to see. Everyone else is asleep. You know that, right? So why are you locked up here in the chapel? Also, what's with the mumbling?
I suppose there's little sense in hiding it from you. I suffer from a kind of waking dream. I see them. I see the people who died on that day. At all hours, light and dark. If the Empire was involved in that incident, if the Emperor stood by and gave tacit consent, then give to them the same end. Gouge out their hearts and cleave their heads from their shoulders. Those are the words the dead scream at me.
When did this start?
It's been 6 years. But I began hearing their voices 4 years ago. During my first battle, I recognized the enemy general as a man I had seen in Dusker. When I removed his head, the voices cheered. They laughed. It was as if a terrible pain had finally been lifted from them.
I think I get what's happening here. Look, do you really think your father and Glenn and everyone else would be torturing you like that? You're the one who's doing this, Dimitri. Not them. You.
Even if that were true, I can never forgive myself.
Believe me, I know.
Yeah, it was like, we all know.
But it's your job to lead. If you lose your path, you'll take everyone else down with you. So try to keep that whole removing their heads thing in check, yeah? We can just call it our little secret.
Well then, are you offering to let me unburden my heart to you when the time calls for it? You're the only reason I haven't descended into utter savagery, you know. So just as Lug had Kaifon, and my father had Rodrigue, I would ask that you continue to be my right-hand man.
Right-hand man, huh? I like the sound of that.
What are you doing?
As your new right-hand man, my first act is to haul my restless king back to bed where he belongs.
This is absurd. My feet are dragging on the floor.
It's your own fault for being so tall, you sack of muscle.
Say, do you remember how I once carried you in this way when you twisted your ankle?
Yeah, turns out lugging folks around is good training. So just cram it and let me finish my workout already.
Yes, of course. Please, carry on.
Okay, well, that ended on a pretty cute note. I'm surprised. So, from Golden Wildfire, we had the Laurens and Claude A support. That ended in a picture. Dimitri, I thought, like, since we didn't get one with the do, surely it would be for Felix. No? So I don't know. And we did these on the other side and it wasn't there. So I don't know if every route has a picture to find, but I'm not sure where it would be. If it was at a B support, then I guess rip that. But yeah, I don't know. But either way, there is our big almost hour support block done. But with that, let's finally get to going into the showdown at Aillel. The kingdom joins forces with the church and the alliance to take retake Garreg Mach. But before you can oust the empire from the monastery, you must first pass through Aillel, the Valley of Torment. So the Scythe of Sariel is our just completion prize, and there was talk of, oh, we haven't seen the Death Knight in a while. It was very obvious, like, oh, that means you're gonna see it next. I think I just overwrote the other. It doesn't
We've
matter.
received report of a large Imperial force amassed in the Valley of Torment.
Or I think what I just saved was the Rodrigue is alive timeline.
They march under the flag of the Black Eagle, the Emperor's personal force. They seem to be wise to our intentions.
Should have guessed this wasn't gonna be easy.
We knew the Empire might figure out what we're up to. but I didn't think we'd be graced by the Emperor herself.
The enemy has placed all their pieces on the board. Now we must do the same.
There's something else. About the scouting unit we sent out yesterday. We've gotten word they were attacked by a company of dark mages.
The same ones Cornelia and Mycen commanded, I presume?
I believe so. They seem similar in appearance and capability.
You've got history with these mages, huh?
You could say that. And if they fly Empire colors, then the situation may be exactly as I feared. This battle will surely take its toll on us. Do not let your guard down, Claude. Sadly, I can offer little more guidance than that. These mages are largely an unknown quantity, even to me.
That sounds like a death flag to me.
Got it. I'll make sure my people keep an eye out for them at least.
Please do. We'll be counting on your support.
But we'll see.
How long has it been since the Kingdom and Alliance fought arm in arm? Probably not since the big split 300 years ago, huh?
I'm proud we can put that history behind us today. With our strengths combined, we will condemn the Empire to a crushing defeat.
Another chance to go toe-to-toe with those mages, hmm? This could be yet another opportunity to learn about our true nature.
Temper your expectations. That's the realistically, yeah.
I don't know. Even if we do capture one, it's not like they're just gonna spill all their secrets to us.
Who knows? Frankly, I wouldn't mind even if we never learn the truth.
Well, I mean...
I'll be with you always. You can count on that. Now come, we shouldn't keep your friends waiting.
All right, defeat Duke, Ire, and Edelgard. All right. Let's see. Alliance Sniper Fusillade, no further. Summon the Knights of Fargus to stop a powerful enemy's advance. Persuade, well, I wasn't sure if Yuritsa was gonna be a playable character. I guess that's that. Mounted Surge, and it requires Mercedes. I guess we'll do that. That's 30 points on its own, and then we only got a 10. So summon a mounted unit to engage the enemy. Reinforcements will deploy periodically. Begin battle in a special formation. I quite like that, actually. We'll do that. Though I didn't actually mean to just... What was the last one? Stronghold Sabotage. Decrease the durability of all enemy strongholds at the beginning of battle. Okay. So 15 minutes, 1,800 enemies. Requires Mercedes. So yes, we'll do you. Felix is only level 25, but we haven't used him in a bit. I'm gonna switch Ash out for, I think, Flame.
I shall perform to my utmost.
I want to use Mercedes. So let's swap. I kind of want to use Felix too, even though he's so underpowered. I think that'd be the strongest way I can use him. So I guess I'm gonna swap out Dimitri. Dimitri's great, but I have to use Shez. And Shez is the, if I need power, I need something to die. There's the answer. I was like, oh, Holst is here. Neat. Annette, yeah, we'll do this. Oh, but I have three of my 4 units, 3 of them are swords. To like control, okay. What to do, join us, but we'll control Flame. There we go. All right. And of course, immediately pause as usual. Let's see here. Why are you... You don't know. Maybe you're being targeted by something here in a second. I'm gonna... Good music. I'm gonna have you open that.
On me.
Hilda.
I will give it my all.
Okay, Flame.
I shall do my part.
Hear you loud and clear.
Dimitri. Or not Dimitri, Sylvain, sure.
I'll make short work of this.
Mercedes, right here.
Let's give it a shot.
We will
and Dimitri. I think have Dimitri help out Sylvain.
We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
And Annette. Okay, just manually target. Annette, that
Leave everything
one.
to me.
Dedue. Go fight this guy on the lava and just don't die. Okay.
No time to let fear grip your heart. Together, we can defeat the Adrestian Empire and alter the course of history.
They may match us in number, but they're no match for us in skill. We can win this.
Be careful, everyone. If all of our strongholds fall, we'll have no path left to the monster.
Where even, I think it said Claude was talking over by Mercedes. I don't even, there's Holt. Oh, there's Claude. Okay. All right, pop you, get off the lava, pop you with a warrior gauge. There's another one over here.
Your Majesty, might you bless
Oh,
the...
Duke, it's not Ferdinand. Oh, yeah, there something I didn't notice when or where they talked about it. There've been a few comments about it. I haven't brought it up in a video, but it is pretty heavily implied that since Edelgard's like, God, I forget the exact word, but since Duke Aegir is essentially ruling in Edelgard's stead, and she's just kind of a pawn at this point, Ferdinand and Hubert, I was like, why can't I remember his name, are essentially killed. So if they're not dead, they're imprisoned and the keys thrown away, but they're no longer in the picture. So that's fun.
Me with some rousing words. That is, after all, your purpose.
Yes, right.
Oh, she actually did speak a bit. Okay, I know you are, yeah, you are not. Let's see, let's have you come over here.
It's worth a shot.
Okay. Pop that. That was definitely overkill, but it's fine. Come over here. Mercedes, are you good? No, because there's a warlock here. Okay. Heal. I am going to Viscount Menia. Okay, do one of these.
You're done. Not a problem. I've got
Okay,
this.
you do that. I'm gonna go
Destroy
over
anything that
here.
enters your sight.
Tornado shot.
Come, everyone. You heard Her Majesty.
Oh, she's like speaking so robotically.
I have to try.
Which I know, like, that's the point. But goddamn.
Still here.
All right, there we go. Felix is nearly routed. He healed. It's fine.
Let's begin. Come with me.
Okay. I think I'm
time
gonna
to
have to
move.
control Dedue there. What's going on over here? Why are you guys taking forever? Man, Annette's doing wonders. What are you doing? And what's going on over here? Hold on. All right.
Shall we? Let's give it a
Attack
shot.
there. Let's go to Flame.
My turn.
Oh, it's a Viscount. Okay. I keep forgetting to change Flame's combat arts. Because I do not like this one. And I'm sure I have something better. But there we go.
I surrender. Please spare my life. I'll tell you all of the Empire's secrets.
Take her in. We'll hear what
all right, we're gonna do one of these. Okay.
I'll give it 1,000%. Leave everything to me.
Yeah, Flame there.
Give it my all.
Or Annette there, Flame there. It looks like the Wyvern there is done for. Cool.
Let's give it a shot.
You tackle them. You go here. What are you guys doing? Why are these Viscounts? I know they're like boss enemies, but like, come on, man.
You should be prepared for ambush.
And what is going on? I think it's because Mercedes was just sitting in lava. She'll be alright.
This isn't what you promised,
Even against their huge army, we are more than capable of victory if we work together.
Ladislava appeared. Forgot about you. You're also like Randolph. You're just kind of exist to die.
Victory, Your Majesty.
Okay, how am I doing? 4% good. Okay, I want to make sure. God, Mercedes, why? Okay, grab one of those.
What? Who are these mages?
Ooh.
Someone help!
Hello.
The church's soldiers are under attack. Shouldn't we go help them? You're done!
They both survived, huh? Okay. So let's see. Dark Bishop, Church Soldier. Okay. Have you? No. Oh my God, to do.
I'll do
okay,
what I
Felix, go help the do. Mercedes, let's do this. Heal.
Shall we?
Mercedes, come out here.
Let's give it a shot.
Hear you loud and clear.
Sylvain. Move the rock.
Let's get marching. We will proceed as
Dimitri. Go here.
We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
Okay. And we're gonna go this way with Shez.
Take you all on. I will gladly give my life for the Empire. Out of the way!
I was like, I don't know the last time I've used the Awakening gauge with Shez. Like, I don't know the last time I heard this song.
Too easy.
Wow. I have a lot to learn from you.
Why did you say that? You didn't die, right? No, you're doing things. Okay. Maybe just in reaction to Shez being Shez. How did you avoid all of that? That's okay. Okay, Felix, I just saw him use a potion. We're actually gonna swap to him. Okay.
Not a problem.
Then go and take
this.
that.
Here you I'll make short work of
You
this.
fight there. Flane. Okay, Flane dealt with that.
I will give it
Go
my
deal
all.
with
I shall do my
you.
part.
You're still dealing there. Okay.
Enough of this.
All right. So the last time I used Felix, there was. Oh. Okay, dude, he has Shadow Blade, which is cool. But his like dodge thing at level 3 actually kind of nuts. Ow. Okay, that was.
Shouldn't be reckless.
That hurt. It's the damn lava. Okay, that one was not the lava though. Okay, there we go. It's like I need.
Keep it up.
Dodge. Go. Okay.
Shouldn't be.
Fucking hell. All right. Because of all of that, and that doesn't count. No, the lava damage does not count. Good. Let's go over here. Ladislava. We're gonna do one of these, and then I'm throwing Felix in as an adjutant.
This is nothing compared to what Her Majesty has endured.
I'll do what I can. I'll bet.
I will
Do it
not
with,
give in. Take a breather.
Okay, Flane, what are you doing? God, AI has gotten fairly incompetent. Oh, you got knocked all the way out of all that? Okay. Let's just do one of these. It's a bit overkill, but it's also Aillel. I feel like AI and Aillel, any time we've been on this map, it's not good.
Not a problem.
Okay, let's see. Yeah,
got
go
this.
do that. Let's control Flame.
My turn.
Just get you out of there.
Are you prepared?
All right, popped you. Sylvain is still about to kill the Warlock. What about Annette? Okay, Annette has done
Give it 1000%.
that. Let's move
Time
that
to
rock.
push on.
I'm gonna tell
I will give it my
Flame.
all.
Go there. Then we're gonna go here. Flame volley. Oh my god, there we go. Damage. Tornado shot.
I won't back down.
Big blast, and Ladislava's dead.
Forgive me my weakness.
You'll be aight. Okay, base captain down as well. So there's that. We need to clear that. How are we doing on kills, by the way? Okay, we still need like 550-ish.
Even with the Empire
575.
in shambles, she remained loyal to the end.
Death Knight appeared in your army. See? Okay. I already forgot about the Death Knight.
There must be someone, somewhere, who can defeat me.
Oh, he's looking.
What's he doing here?
Interesting. Okay. See? Oh, wow. Okay.
Can't say I expected him. If we lose
Did
the
you not?
strongholds to our rear, we won't be able to isolate you.
Looks like he's in a bit of a mood. We'll have to use a little trickery to get him surrounded. Everyone listen up. Draw the Death Knight into the center of the battlefield.
Okay. I'm gonna do one of these.
Go! Now!
I'm coming too.
Just trying to clean up Flying Slayer 5. Cool. Trying to clean up all this stuff out here. Missed that. Hi. You just don't want to deal with flames? You want to get killed faster? I see. Okay, so... Get the Death Knight attention. Okay. Can I... I see. Okay. Who is where right now? Okay. Shez.
Not a problem. Please retreat.
But you're gonna have Mercedes finish clearing shop.
The Death Knight. It has to be him. I just know it.
It is, girl. It is. Oh, okay. I was like, or turn the camera way back over here.
Please retreat. Are you ready?
Perhaps you can be the one to give me death.
Where you going?
Have his attention. Just keep leading him to the center.
Okay, so am I able to just tell Shez to dip now? So these mages.
Here I'll make short work of this.
You have 5 elixirs still. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Not a problem.
Where did you come from? Where are some of these mages? Did they spawn with a Death Knight?
I recognize your voice in you. It's you, isn't it?
We need to stick to Claude's plan. Grab his attention and lure him in.
Oh, you know what?
Not a problem.
I think I might understand. The whole
I've got this.
requires Mercedes bit. She might be the one that has to do this. Like I said, set their sights on Shez. Wait, what?
This stronghold will fall.
Oh God. Okay.
Maybe this.
Mike. Turn.
Well, I'm just trying to do this real quick. Okay. Plane, heal. All right, well, if you've set sights on Shez, I guess, yeah, just tell Shez to go that way. And hope I didn't mess it up. Meanwhile, let's go. Are you kidding me? Bro. She won't get up. I'm trying to switch. That was literally the worst timing. God damn it. Are you kidding me? I just happened to switch to her the second she got hit, so it counted.
Please retreat.
That's some major bullshit. Man. All right, well, let's just wait. There's the Death Knight. So now what? We've lured him to the destination.
Okay, we've drawn him into our trap. Is that really going to bring him down?
There's nowhere for him to run now. Close the gates.
Now we're in
Didn't
here.
expect him to fall for such a tactic again. Regardless, now we will weaken the Death Knight with magic. On your command.
Okay.
Yes, Your Majesty. At the ready, mages. Fire!
Took a direct hit from resonant magic. Has been weakened.
Fling open the gates. Give the Death Knight everything we have.
Okay.
More. I still draw breath.
I don't want to. I'm waiting for the persuade thing to pop up. Here we go.
I might be able to convince him to surrender.
They're like, I'm just gonna run in circle. Okay, persuade.
It's like he's possessed or something.
Initiate strategy. Okay. Now defeat.
Let's be off.
Go now.
Which still might be a struggle.
I'm coming too.
Which,
Let's give it a shot.
bring everyone over here. They took that. Cool. Annette. God, I'm so upset by that flame thing. That was like, that was such bad luck. That was my luck, of course, but come on, man.
Emil, I know it's you. Please don't do this.
A battle to the death will be my final pleasure.
Are you ready?
And none will get in my way.
All right, tornado shot. Flame volley.
I won't back down.
One of these. Nice.
Please retreat.
To do is nearly routed.
There is still someone I need to protect. I must retreat for
So
now.
it not only it said nearly routed, but then he didn't use a potion. Well, now I'm resetting. I don't even know what happened or where. God, Aillel, man. Fucking Aillel and the AI. Name a worse combo. Fucking garbage. Well, let me, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. We're still gonna reset, obviously, but...
Are you ready?
I'm gonna get this persuasion done, and then...
I can't get through to you, can I?
And then we'll cut away. That way I'll just do it all again and come back after the fact. For whatever is left of this damn map.
Enough of this, Emil. Please, just stop fighting and come with us.
Mercedes, I
appreciate your help.
I will lay down my arms.
That was still ticking down. I was like, what? Yeah.
There.
And then Mycen appears.
See, we must use our magic to dignify this base struggle.
And then they're attacking with
Just when I
magic.
thought we were making progress. How are we supposed to fight against this?
This will stop if we take out those mages. Stay calm.
Mycen's right here, and all the mages down there. Okay, that's about where I will come back. Oh, you're still talking?
We must prevail nonetheless. Attack them from the rear.
Oh, there's just shitloads everywhere, huh? Fun.
Those guys just don't know when to quit. We should
Right?
finish this as quick as we can.
Okay.
Answer me. Why did you kill my
Oh,
father?
they're still talking.
What reason did you have for it?
What reason do I need to squash an insect that strays into my path?
Okay. Now, hold on. Okay, so we're about back. I accidentally fielded. It's the same people, but I'm controlling 2 people I didn't mean to, but it's been working all right. I have Annette instead of Flame that I'm controlling, and Dimitri instead of Mercedes. So all the flyers and stuff on the far left side were a struggle, but it still worked. All right. I learned I can turn those off without expending it, so did that. But all the laser mages, I was there at the ready for them.
Give me a hand. We are better together.
So they got knocked out immediately. Dimitri is fighting Mycen in the middle. And then, of course, these are the sneaky reinforcements from the rear. Who's in the center here? Okay, Dedue and Claude are working on that. Felix and Shez. All right, Felix, I tried not to have anyone fight anything near lava. I had Shez deal with them, and then I had everyone else go elsewhere. So there's that. But let's go to here. Annette,
Give it 1000%.
go help out here. Wait, there's still... Is it because Mycen... I was like, there's still... lasers.
As
Why?
long as we're together.
I took out the Dark Mage squad pretty much as soon as they spawned.
We will not lose this day. Stand down.
I don't see them anymore, so...
We are no match for them.
You pray for this, Epimenides.
Oh? I mean, there was a, he knew. I forgot about that. I was like, yeah, he definitely knew.
Finally,
Okay.
the magic has stopped, and the enemy's main force is straight ahead.
How we doing here? Okay. Time-wise, we're actually not doing great.
The tide of war is turning against us. Let us flee, Your Majesty. Our most loyal minister will handle the rest.
Yes, we leave it to you, Count Burgleys.
Oh. Okay, they retreated. Leopold von
They
Burgleys.
could have at least tried to hide the act. Still, I have a duty to uphold.
Yeah, I'm about to body you in no time. Oh, you're here too. Are you both behind this door?
These guys are no match for us. Let's show them what we can do.
Because all of that back there, everyone
move to
here. All right, doors open. Everyone here.
You will not step aside.
Caspar just like teleported to me while I was doing that. Hello.
Let them taste the fruits of your training.
Right back at you. They're gonna learn age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
See, we have some strong opponents. On guard, everyone. It is essential that we get through here.
Atrocity. Okay. Wheel sweep.
How strong my father is has nothing to do with me. I'm my own man. Come on, who are you?
One of these. I'm sorry, Caspar. But you're gonna learn today.
Sorry, father. I've got to fall back.
Oh, okay.
There's only
Wait, did lethality proc? No, it's gotta be one of the shitters when lethality's procking.
The Emperor
Yeah.
is slipping away, you know.
Well, if it isn't the Empire's greatest warrior himself, I better not hold anything back.
Leopold von Berkeley stands before you. Come and face me.
So you're Count Burgleys. I was hoping I would get a crack at you.
You caught my interest as well. People call you the finest warrior in Leicester.
Yeah, you're dead though.
Enough
You
talk.
barely.
To arms.
It kind of didn't let him touch the ground. But it didn't even pop our awakening meter. It was
We've
just
slowed them down as much as we can.
Dimitri
Time to
doing
retreat.
Dimitri things.
All forces fall back. I'll bring up the rear.
Okay. No
Won't let
one
them get away.
dying to some
Push on to
random
Garrett
shit in a corner.
We'll defeat the Emperor and end this war.
The Death Knight's been recruited. It's got the S rank 2 cutscene.
Well, you can definitely handle yourself in a fight, Mr. Warrior King.
Good to see your humor is intact. Never mind the gravity of the moment.
Figured I'd skip the doom and gloom. I've got a plan up my sleeve I think you'll like.
I'm listening.
You head out after Edelgard, and I stay back here. Way I figure, I can keep the Empire off of you.
But Claude...
You'd rather she got away?
Of course not. Good luck to you, Claude.
Yeah. See you later.
I mean, I said Death Flag. Raphael Gem? Okay. Scythe of Sariel. Oh, wait, completion time? Are you kidding me? No! 30 seconds? Never mind. Whatever. I don't care enough to go back and do it a third time. I was letting him talk. I shouldn't have. He was talking to so many people. I should have just started hitting warrior gauge after warrior gauge, but...
I'm getting strong.
Ugh. Oh!
Azure Gleam. The absent Emperor.
Or just jumping. Okay. No outro. Well, the outro is here. No dialogue. It was that. We got the Raphael gem. I recruited Yuritsa. It did show. Maybe I'll keep that in, even though I wasn't talking, because I normally always cut out the summary bits. We did recruit Yuritsa. He has a Death Knight as unique class. But yeah, it just goes straight on to the next chapter. So that's gonna be it today. Long one, both map and support wise. A rough time the first time. Good old Aillel lava. It's great. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.